Hello and welcome back. In our previous video, we talked about test plans and defects. We created our test plans and our defects because we will be needing it in our test runs. Now, let's take a look at test runs. Our test runs are executed instances of our test case. So now, we click on test runs and I want to add a new test run. Click on, I'll give my test run a name. I would also assign it an execution type and a description. I'll then proceed to add my test cases, the test cases that I want in my test run. So I need this, I need, I need this, and as well. So as you can see, we have the different folders that we've created when we were creating our test case. So and this folder, under this folder, we also have our subcards and subfolder which with the title subcards. And as you pick a test case inside of a folder, you tend to see the count beside it. So in this folder, we have three test cases selected out of five. In this one, we have one out of five, and this we selected the only test case in that folder. So click on save. We've added five test cases. To assign run, we'll just give it here, and to add to a test plan. Remember, we created a test plan and gave it a duration that this is the period we want to execute all of these tests. So I would give it a test plan and a tag. I'll call it new tag, and the state is new. I can then proceed to add my environment in which we did earlier on in our settings. So I'll click on create. I'll wait for the page to load. Once this is done, I have now created my test run. So all I need to do is I have to open this to get more details about this. But before that, we can see our progress. Our progress is being measured in this bar that we have five test cases untested. So I'm going to view this. So when I view my test run, I have the list of test cases in that run. And when I execute my test, I can then come here and change the status by adding results. So for this, assuming I have executed this test, I can then add result. So add result to my test, I give it a status. Did it fail? Did it pass? Was it blocked, skipped, or needs retest? So I would say this passed, and I don't have to add my defects. I will just click on add result. So for an instance, this failed, I would come here, I would click on add result. I would click this as failed and my defect. I have already created a defect in the previous video. So I would add my defect in description and attachment when necessary. I would click on add result. So on my progress bar, you can see it's giving me the updates of we have five test cases in total, and I have one passed, one failed, and three untested. So with what we've done now, we can be able to measure our test executions. So in an instance where I want to make all of this pass, so I'll make this pass and add result. I would also do the same for the remaining two untested tests. So I'll add results, pass, and the final one. All right. So I now have a status of 100% completed. So with this, I should be able to tell and have insights that I have of all my test case, I have 80% passed and 20% failed. And once this is done, I can then proceed to click on mark as completed. So before I mark as completed, we can then proceed to our test plans. So upon clicking on my test plan, I can now see that how far, what is the progress on our test plan. Remember, we added 5 test cases to our runs, which was included in our test plans. So with this now, I can now see how far I have gone in executing my test plan. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.